From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. The Steelers send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 12. First down, Brooklyn.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Love going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now the first carry for Bush. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
260 Pittsburgh. Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Off play action. Love. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And this time not quite to the... It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. This is where it came from.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Hey, we got 3. Three down. Scene 6. Hey, Mike 20. They can't hang with us. Hey, we got Mike 20. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Love. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On 1st down, Bush. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Looking to throw. Love looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
56, right there, 56.
Trying to punch it across with Bush. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those...
Taking it right down Broadway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 70 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Love. He's going to go for a big play down into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Jackson. He's got his man Sharp complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On first down, Grove. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They run the counter. Grove. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score, Steelers 14, Bulls 7. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
To throw on second down. Love looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
To the sideline and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Tight end's right. 3 down, 3 down. Echo. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Watch the backer, watch the backer.
From the gun, Love. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Through one quarter, 14-7, our score.
Bulls 7.
Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down. Hey, watch this, watch this.
They'll run on first down. It's Bush. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And 10 at the 40-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Operating from the gun, Love. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Hey, check right. Ready.
On third down, Love. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Jackson, and that'll be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson from the shotgun. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Love. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw again. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Mike, 53. 54.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all you needed to do.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off near his own 48. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Jackson. And an alley to run. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Hines. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
At the 28-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 31, check 31. Deuce. Kill.
Now a give, right side. Grove. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Back.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
We got this.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
when you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
All day, every day, any day. Watch twins. Watch twins. Everybody, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Check, 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 check.
To throw on third down. Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Operating from the gun. Love. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Check 55 to Mike. Coming to you, coming to you. Spawn.
To throw again. Love. Wide open receiver, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Ready, set. Right there in the middle. 50 Charlie. Man, I got you. 80 weapon. 80 weapon. Ready.
On first down, Love. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing again. Love. Looking sideline, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On third down, Love. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
On the delay, it's Bush. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the Steelers.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football. It's something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball.
Halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Watch the twist.
On first down, Bush. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. Steps and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Check 55.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. And that will be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He'll return it from the 6. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 2nd down, it's Bush. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw on third down, Love. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's and all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Second and 6. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Looking to throw. Love. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
This is caught inside the 15. And touchdown. A big play there. 51 yards. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
53's the mic. 53's the mic.
Here's Jackson, operating from the gun. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. At their own 22-yard line. Here we
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll go again with Bush. And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the gun on third down, Love. And now here's another interception. Picked off right around the 43. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run with Hines and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Keep playing hard, fellas.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Let's get it. 53.
Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On the ready. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Yeah, that's right. Shift.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 24 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Well, we get tired of seeing this.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Bullet high. Box try. Mike 56. Mike 56.
2nd and 1. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for number 82. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 1 yard.
They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From From the gun, Love. And he comes back with one complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Back to throw. Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Come on, let's go. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Watch the pass. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
On third down, Love. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Alpha. And we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Hey, check Mike, check Mike. Watch 55. Oh, here we go. Oh, Mike 50. Set high.
On fourth down, Love. He's going to look deep down the field. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on third and just a yard.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And the Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love. Flushed out right. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Looking to throw. Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So they bring out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded at the 43. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On first down, it's Allen. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch him.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. That's complete to Sharp. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
You got tape. You got
On 3rd down, Hines. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run on first down. Grove about 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grove. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. They'll try the left side. Grove. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Throwing on first down. Love. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Back to throw. Love. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Right there in the middle, 55. Ready, and go.
From the gun, Love. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. They needed 17, and they got 18. A defensive lapse there, and it's a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Ready, go.
Operating from the gun. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hey, check Mike. Watching you 5. You better be afraid of me.
Looking to throw. Love. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
That's to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Charlie. Set, go.
On 4th down, Love. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6. For a Steeler touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Jackson on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. at the 22-yard line.
Got a base. Mike 54. What's the run? They're running it.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Steelers, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew,